we're back with another Spark session with the Ethereal. Today, our creative that we'll be sparking a conversation with is Jamillah Clanton. She's a stylist and creator of the AI app Fit Mirage. How are you doing today, Jamillah?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and exactly what Fit Mirage is?
Yeah. So my name is Jamila. So I'm the founder slash CEO of Fit Mirage. What Fit Mirage is, it's just an app that we're starting off with to help users rediscover their styles. But we want to build it into a mirror as well, like integrate a mirror with it. But we're just at the stage of building the app. So we're truly in the beginning stages. It's only been a year. And yeah.
Okay. Um, what specific gap in the current market would you say that your app solves that traditional styling apps or services that or existing fashion apps have missed?
Yeah, I would say the biggest gap would be confidence. I feel like a lot of fashion apps talk about trends and new styles and not addressing about how users truly feel in their outfits, right? So Fit Mirage is being built to help people feel more comfortable in their skin within their wardrobe as of right now. But yeah, so over time, we want users to be able to use it and evolve with the app. We want Fit Mirage to, be with you at any stage of your life, to grow with you, to evolve. So, yeah.
Okay. As a stylist, like what would you say do you think are some of the biggest confidence blockers that you see with people that you typically style?
I would say the biggest is people get in their heads of influencers, what they see in social media. So they think they have to wear what everyone's wearing on social media, and that's just not the case. I feel like they possibly started being themselves, right, and that became a trend. So if you just become yourself, and you're okay with that and expressing that, like that is totally fine. Like just take that out of your head. Like you have to be like everyone else on social media, and that's truly not the case. So expressing your creativity, I feel like that's been lacking lately, in this day and age. So showing people like you can express yourselves in so many different ways, showing them like there's different things that they can use in their closet, like a scarf. You can turn that into a top, right? So that is something that I think that's a big blocker, that can truly improve.
I do think that a lot of people do think that like what's trending is like what they have to do, and like maybe if people like make
Yes.
fun of something that they do, they're like, oh, I shouldn't do that. Nobody's doing that, so like, why should I do it?
Right.
But
And on top of that, I would say the numbers. People are so focused on the numbers as well. It's like, oh, well, I want to get the views. So maybe if I do what other people are doing, then it will get there. But it's like, things take time.
right.
And as long as you're creating what you want to create in fashion, I'm telling you, people are going to love it. There's someone out there that needs what you are expressing and how you express it. Like, we're all different. So, I feel like we just need to start thinking that way.
Right. And like you said, I think there's nothing like authenticity.
Hmm.
I think people are gonna like just. I think I said this like before when I was talking to someone else on a Spark session. Like, I feel like if it doesn't align like with you, like what really is like the point of doing it? Like you're
Right.
just doing it to do it, and you may not even like it. Like
Exactly.
I, I was like on your Instagram page, and I noticed that like your app focuses a lot on what people have in their closet. Do you
Mhm.
also, or will you now in the future have a feature, sorry, where people can try on like new items that they want to buy?
That was actually a thought. That was one of the ideas in the very, very beginning. And I thought about like adding like how it could be possible to be easier to shop as well. Um, but I had to narrow it down. And I felt like the main features that I wanted to focus on was, helping people rediscover their outfits in their own wardrobe. Um, and I feel like down the road that will come once we do expand. But like let's start with one pain point, and we'll
Okay.
focus on the others
I think that's a
once we
good
get
idea
there.
too, like with your whole like business model of focusing on what people like have in their closet. Like I think if you focus on what you have in your closet, like you can like build on a wardrobe that's kind of like, I don't know, like timeless. Not like fast fashion is like such a thing these days where I think you have
Mm,
items that like, because things are so trendy, you have items that you might only like wear one or twice. But having items that like are,
mhm.
sorry, having items that are like timeless, that like you, if you take care of, like you can have them for a
Right.
long time and you can incorporate them in different ways into
Mhm.
your wardrobe.
Exactly. Like I feel like there's so many pieces. It really, depends. Again, people's creativity. I feel like that's died down these days, right? But you could use whatever that you had. Like I had one of my old pieces that was my mom's, and I used that to make it kind of, you know, more modern, because it was different in her time. And you can change it, right? You can like cut pieces if you wanted to change it to make certain ways. You can add a pin, right? Whatever, you can change it in so many different ways. You just got to be creative to do it.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
And I think that what is it? Vintage and like thrifting has become so
Mm.
popular. Um
Yes.
it definitely has changed like a lot since the early days, I feel like. But I feel like
Yes.
it's become so popular now that it's just, if people are like giving away like these items that people want, like why not focus on getting items that like you can keep yourself,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, I totally agree.
So like with an AI app, not that I'm gonna understand like all of the language or that everyone will, but what kind of data does your AI require to work optimally, and how do you ensure that the data is handled ethically and securely?
Yeah. So that's a really important question. Yeah. For Fit Mirage, the AI chat goes off by user centered data and not invasive data. So we're mainly using like style preferences, items uploaded to your digital closet, and how the user interacts with the app. The goal is just to learn what the user likes over time. And so the recommendations just feel more personal and aligned to their style and their lifestyle. But when it comes to the ethical and security side of things, I take that very seriously. So we're intentional about collecting what we actually need to improve the experience. The users have control over their data, and we're just not in the business of selling personal information. We're just not. So, you know, the users, like, it's handled everything like securely, and we care about transparency. Like that's really important to us. So we want our users to understand what's being used and why, especially since we're dealing with something personal like body images and confidence, right? We are very mindful of how we handle that data. So at the end of the day, like the goal is just to build trust with our audience while creating something that genuinely helps people feel more confident in their wardrobe. Thank you.
Awesome. um Going back to what you said about like making sure that like you like get to know like the client, and like you don't want things to be like too trendy.
Mhm.
How do you think that your app maintains like a human tone, and that AI recommendations like aren't too generic or get too trendy?
Mm. Yes. So this honestly is something I'm working on now. Like this idea just came up. We have a setting. So in our settings page, they have a choice to choose how the tone of the AI can be. So it could be friendly, it could be professional, it could be chill, right? It really just depends on the user. We don't want it to be a one size fits all. We want them to feel like depending on the person, like If you want it to be your personal stylist, let it be your personal stylist. It'll be professional, right? If you want it to be more of a friend, like it'll give you that tone, like OMG, that outfit's so sick on you, right? So something that really tailors to the audience. And I feel the goal is for the AI chat to really learn the user's preferences and everything and get to know them. So it truly feels like they're having a conversation that with AI that actually knows them personally. So that's the goal.
I feel like a lot of people have like a stance on AI where um, they're like, oh, like the human tone, or
Yeah.
I like personally, like I feel like people are always saying like, I like that you said that you can curate it like to like what you want, because
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people are always saying, oh my god, like I'm so tired of seeing this on my Facebook page and like this on this or that,
Yes.
but like you actually can like curate things to like your needs
Hmm.
and exactly what you want, and I think that's what a
Yep.
lot of people like maybe aren't familiar with AI.
Yes, and I was the same way until like I talked with my tech team, right? They broke it down with me like, "Hey, this is possible." And I'm like, "Oh, that's good to know because no one wants to talk to a robot, you know? Like we want it to feel like personal and we want it to feel like authentic." So, um yeah, I totally agree with that.
And what are your core beliefs as a stylist, and how do these beliefs, how are they encoded into your app's algorithms?
Yeah. So, like we've been talking about, like I've been advertising, confidence. Confidence is always going to be my biggest core belief because in life, you don't know what people are going through. Sometimes you lose your confidence. And personally, I've been through that, right? And it wasn't until I came back to fashion and I was like, you know what? That's where I built my confidence. This is who I am. This is how I'm going to present myself to the world. And then things started to build from there in my personal life to be more confident. So I'm like, why not start somewhere, right? Start with fashion to build your confidence. So I always truly believe confidence is the biggest core belief in anything because once you have confidence, you can do anything. You can literally can do anything in this world. Yeah, that's my biggest core belief. And then how it integrates with the app, I would have to say like we personalize, right? We want it to like be in the user style preferences where we're tailored to what they want instead of trends and the new things at this time.
Okay. I feel like that's what all personal fashion like is all about. It's about you feeling good, and I feel like everyone has that thing, whether it's fashion or getting your nails done, getting your hair done. Once you feel good,
Yeah.
or like once you look good, you tend to
Hmm.
feel a lot better. It is like
Yes,
a
100%.
catalyst to other
Hmm.
things.
Yes, I totally agree.
How long have you been styling, and why did you decide to create an AI app?
Yeah, so personally, when I was a kid, right? Growing up poor, you have to be creative. You just have to. And at the time, there was just three of us. It was my older sister and my twin sister, and we had to share clothes, right? So when we went to school, like people noticed we were wearing each other's clothes, and I was like, you know what? Like I wanted to make it my own, Like I don't want it to be like, oh, your sister wore that the other day, right? I'm like, no, like, yeah, she wore it the other day. Like I don't mind that, but it's like, okay, how can I personalize this? Like how can I make it creative for me so people would see like it's not just like, oh, a hand-me-down, right? It's more like, oh, it's cool to have this, but let me show you how you can be creative with this. And I feel like that kind of tailors to some of the people today, like if they were in that type of situation where I was at a young age, like the I hope Fit Mirage helps you create different types of outfits that you can wear within your closet or your sister's closet, right? Whatever item that you have, to be able to make it your own. And that way you can literally say, like, I don't need to buy new things to be creative or to look good or to look nice or to look like I kind of have it all together. So I want that to be for a lot of users for Fit Mirage who are in that stage.
Um, where do you see AI in the next? maybe 10, 15 years?
Oh, AI is going to take over the world. There's so many. When I go to tech events, there are so many people building. They're building even things that you already know. There's a lot that people don't even know yet, right? That hasn't even been brought out. AI is literally going to take over the world, whether people like it or not. It's kind of like how Google happens, right? The people who were so into like the library getting their information, and then Google happened and that became a thing. So it's going to be like that. I think like once you get used to it, um AI is going to be helpful in so many different ways, whether it's in healthcare. I've seen healthcare AI stuff. I've seen like gyms, fashion, a lot of stuff. So I think AI is about to take over.
Do you think that your app is like going to be like the start of how we now basically do like virtual, like
Mm.
maybe do you think like maybe you could see your idea like on fashion website like for stores, like do you think that like that could go on into the future?
Yeah, I have big dreams for Fit Mirage, big hopes. So I truly believe like people will see the value out of it. There's already some people doing what we're doing behind the scenes, right? And that is just like who who can get that product to be more accessible for users, right? More tailored to them. So I do see it in the future, and because people are already building it behind the scenes, and I do believe a lot of brands will take some good use out of it for sure. And I do believe that will grow in the fashion tech space.
Do you think are is a staple item that everyone should have in their closet?
A staple item? Ooh, that's kind of hard. I would have to say,
Or if you can give me a few.
okay, one, a staple piece. I feel like once you have a staple piece, you could put anything basic with it. So if you have like a staple top, right, that has like really cool designs, prints, whatever, you can truly make that into something. Pair it with some shorts, a skirt, like whatever you want to pair it with. I think a staple piece would be one. um, Another thing, a jacket. I think jackets can complete a look for sure, depending on what um, type of vibe you're trying to go for. If you're going more of a powerful look, more of like the Matrix type jackets, the leather jackets, 100% believe that that's needed. Boots, boots. I think boots just goes with anything. High knee boots, ankle boots, whatever, right? Combat boots, anything. I feel like boots makes a look. Especially you could put a blazer with like just the whole oversized blazer look with some long boots, or it could be combat boots, right? You have a different feel of that. It really just depends on what you're trying to go for. But if you have those main things, I think you're golden.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what would you say are some of your favorite staple pieces?
Oh. Personally, I love dresses. I really do. You can't really do much with dresses. Like the only things that I can do with dresses is like make it into a skirt if I wanted to. Sometimes I could do it in a top. But with dresses, you're gonna have like a jacket, some boots with it. And maybe that's why I'm recommending those things. But I love personally, I just love dresses. That's my thing.
Um, all right, thank you so much, Jamila. It was really nice talking to you, and I'm really looking forward to your app.
Thank you.
It really sounds like something that's like really tailored, like so personalized that I can't wait for it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me and inviting me for this. I really, really, truly appreciate it.